I have never read this book, and I've had it for so long that I feel like I never will. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be unhauling books. I need room for all the books that I want to buy, so some gotta go. So we're gonna be doing this a little differently from I think like regular unhauling videos. So I have 30 books here, around 30 books, but I don't want to get rid of them all because I love books and I love my books. So I want to reduce the size of this pile of 30 books to 10 books. So I'm gonna unhaul 20 books. I'm only allowed to keep 10 from this stack. So I don't really know if I can do it. I really love my books, but you know, we're gonna see. So you want to see me unhaul some of these books? Stay tuned. Okay, so we're just gonna start with the elephant, the big book in the room right now, and that is Breaking Dawn. See, you and me both know that Breaking Dawn is not going anywhere. Am I ever gonna reread the Twilight series again? Probably not, because it's gonna break the spell. There's a spell on my mind on these books that's keeping me from ever getting rid of them, even though I know for a fact if I ever reread this series, it just would not be the same as when I first read it, and I don't want to break the spell. So we're definitely keeping Breaking Dawn. So that is the first book going in our to keep pile. Let's see now. This one is Dark Lover by J.R. Ward. It's part of her Black Dagger Brotherhood series. I think this is the first one in the series. Yeah, because it's Wrath's book and he's the king. I'm keeping this for nostalgia reasons. It's the first book in the series and I love the series and I want to get back into it. I gotta have the first book. So Dark Lover is staying. This one is Lament, the Fairy Queen's Deception by Maggie Stevata. I hope I'm saying her last name right, but this is the old cover and I'm positive I have the new cover, so this is an easy one. This one can go, even though I'm sure I love this book. I say I'm sure because I don't remember, but I love Maggie. She ain't never done me wrong, so I'm going to unhaul this book. Next, same pile, we have Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins, author of Anna and the French Kiss. I feel like this book really changed the game for YA contemporary romances, and for that reason, let's see, designer. Is this YA? I don't know. I'm gonna keep this in the maybe pile because I don't even think I read this book. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this in the maybe pile. Let's move here. This one is also from J.R. Ward's Black Dagger Brotherhood series, and it's Zadis book. This is my favorite book. I loved A Scarred Hero. I love A Tragic Past. I love those romances, so this one also has to stay. It's been 20 seconds in, already got 3 books in my to keep pile, but you know, we move. Amanda Sun Inc. This one was a DNF, but it's a weird DNF because it was a DNF like the last 4 chapters of the book, but like, you know, it's kind of cool. I like the textured cover, but I haven't finished it yet. So because of that, this one don't count. And this one's going into the I may, could, may read later, who knows what's going on there pile. Ironside, a modern fairy tale, Holly Black. Holly Black's my girl. We're not giving this. This is not going anywhere. What the? I obviously have issues, so I mean, one of them gotta stay. I feel like I stole one of them from my sister. Yeah, probably. Well, that's fine. I'll give it back to her. And this one, again, I love me some J.R. Ward, but this one's John Matthews' book, and I have not read this one. I didn't even know I had John Matthews' book, but because I've never read this book, or this one, it doesn't count. So, ha ha ha. Loopholes. I love when I make the rules. Let's see. Fallen. I just remember there was so much hullabaloo, just this and that around this book when it came out. And it was one of those ones that I don't really, I'm gonna put it in the maybe pile, or actually I'm gonna keep it now pile until something better comes along and I gotta swap it out. That's what I'm gonna do. Ghost Huntress, The Awakening. I don't really have a lot of ghost books, but I don't really remember this. I know I read it, but I don't really remember it. And I feel like that's not a good sign of a book that I should keep. So, bye. Suzanne Colasanti, Waiting for You. I remember Suzanne Colasanti is like the OG, the queen, the mother of YA contemporary romance. So, because of that, I don't need this anymore. I do not need any more YA contemporary romance in my life. It was a fun for a time, but no longer. Let's see, Rule, a marked men novel. I do love tattoos, but I'm pretty sure this is also a DNF, but like the last 3 chapters. Honestly, when a book is ending's going downhill, I'm just like, why should I finish it though? But I gotta stop that. It's a bad habit. So I'm gonna put this in the I still need to finish pile. Yes, right there. Let's see. Claire de Lune by, who's this by? Christine Johnson. This one I think is like a vampire type thing. I never like to give away my hardcovers because I just remember how much I paid for them. But, you know, this one, I don't remember it. And it's like, you know, it's werewolf, it's YA. It's not speaking to me. It's just not pulling on me, you know? So I'm gonna let it go. Shine a light and send it on, if you will. This one is the 6th book in the Meteor series by Meg Cobbett. I'm 100% keeping this. I love the Meteor series. The only reason I don't want to keep this book is because the only book I have in the series that's in hardcover, and all the books are, I actually have them here. All those books are in these like nice little, you know, collectibles, and then I have this giant hardcover. But you know, I digress. I'm definitely keeping this book. True. What's next? Folly. This is such a creepy cover. I'm here for the creepy covers though, but have I ever read this book? The author resists the urge to magnify emotions. Is that supposed to be a compliment? That's an interesting quote to like put on the back of your book, but okay. Victorian age. This sounds like a historical romance. Let's see what else. Wicked Lovely by Melissa Marr. Love this book. This was my introduction to the Fae, introduction to fairies, introduction to all of that good stuff. Melissa Marr is a great writer. Love this. I'm not putting it anywhere but my to keep pile. Another Suzanne Colasanti. You see, when I was into YA contemporary, your girl was into YA contemporary. Ooh, I don't know why I'm reading this. I don't read it. I'm not keeping any YA contemporary. Beautiful Creatures. Interesting because Beautiful Disaster is right here. I think it's crazy how the sequel is like 1/3 of the original book, but I have not read the sequel to it, and I like the cover of this book even though it's just font, but I like it, and I have not read the sequel, so I'm keeping both of them, but we don't count it as one, you know. Parallel Worlds Book 1, Matthew Peterson. So this book is a middle grade sci-fi book, and I absolutely loved it, and I think it's the only middle grade book that I own. But it's so good, and I read it literally 10 years ago, and I love it though, so this one's not going anywhere either. This seems like more than 10, but you know, we move. Kathy's book, If Found Call. There's a phone number on this. It's a Bay Area phone number, shout out. This book was so interesting. I only bought it because it's like a book, but like, so here's the cover. It's just a plain black like hardcover, and I kind of like that. And then it has kind of like a letter on the back from Kathy, and it's called a Kathy's book. And then the inside is kind of like a scrapbook. So the inside is scrapbooky, and it also comes with like this insert. And the insert, I don't think I've ever opened it. No, but it's kind of like clues. It's kind of like, I feel like a mystery, not murder mystery, but like a whodunit that you kind of have to find and interact. I don't know, this is really cool to me, so I will read it eventually, because like what kind of books come with like a surprise inside? That's really cool. Let's go to my only James Patterson book that I own, and this is Sundays at Tiffany's. I have to keep this because, one, it's the only James Patterson book that I own. My friend actually told me that James Patterson has a ghostwriter, and I was just like, I've never heard of a ghostwriter outside of anything but hip-hop, so that was interesting. But this was a great book no matter who wrote it, you know, and yeah, I'm gonna keep it. Whew, this stack is so high. Okay, we are down to our last 10 or so books. Let's see how we do. He's With Me, one of those mass market paperbacks. It's a YA contemporary romance. Haha, this can go. This one's Saving June. This one looks like it's an adult book because I feel like this is an adult cover, if that makes sense. doesn't really. But this one is a contemporary coming of age. This one's a coming of age book, and I actually did like it. If I was going to keep one coming of age book, it was this one. You know what? This one can go. This one can go. I don't really, it was a good coming of age. I don't really read too many coming of age, but that was a good one. But I feel like someone else would like it more, if that makes any sense. So next up, we got the OG Anne Rice Interview with a Vampire. Crazy. I don't know if it's crazy or not, but I've never read this book. I've had it. I've wanted to read it for so long. I can't bring myself to do so. And if someone has an Anne Rice book that they are like, if you need to get into Anne Rice, this is the book, please let me know. Because I don't think this is the one, but you know, I'm sure there's others because people really like her. So this one can go. The Demon Trapper's Daughter. I love when books have like a year worldly prediction and it's like the past. Like this was supposed to be like 10 years in the future. It's like it's the year 2018 and zombies have taken over the world. I'm just like, pretty close, but not quite. This one can go. It was cool. I'm sure there's other books in the series, but I never read them. So this one can go. Meg Cabot's Airhead. If you guys have not read this, you sleep asleep on the beat, because this book goes off. Don't let the cover fool you. I don't know how to categorize this book, but it's actually so good, and this isn't going anywhere. I highly recommend this series. So good. Whoo, this too cute pile. Why are you so tall for? Strange Angels by Lily St. Croix. This one can go because I know I have another copy with the updated cover. So cop out, but whatever. Lover Eternal by J.R. Ward. This is another one of, you know, the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. This one's Rage's book. This one can go. I don't need every single book in it, and this one's just another one, so I don't need this one. I don't think I even really like this one. It's my favorite color though. You know what came and went and no one talked about it? The Host by Stephanie Meyer. And I have never read this book, and I've had it for so long that I feel like I never will, and that low-key makes me sad, but I don't think I'm gonna read it. I've just had it for so long, and I'm just be like, I'm gonna read it, but I don't think I will. So I think I'm going to unhaul this. I think it's crazy how it says author of the #1 bestseller Eclipse. Like, of all the books, Eclipse is not the one to like highlight as Stephanie Meyer's, like, I don't know, claim to fame. But I digress. I think I'm gonna unhaul this because I honestly do not think I'm ever gonna read it, which is tragic, but I've had it for so long. Boys, Bears, and a Serious Pair of Hiking Boots. Sounds like a contemporary YA romance. Why I have so many, who knows? But, ooh, sure to delight fans of Sarah Dessen. That's enough for me to put it right back down, okay. Jessica Bendinger, The Seven Rays. This is a cool cover. I love the gold on gold overlay. What is this book about? It says awesome and teen-tastic. Ooh. That's a word to describe a thing. Yeah. Teen-tastic. That's so interesting. I don't remember this book, so I feel like I want to reread it just to see if the cover did it justice. I feel like I reviewed this on my blog decades ago or something, but I'm gonna keep it. Whew, this pile is okay. This one is Other by Karen Kinsey. It's another werewolf book. I don't know, it's not speaking to me. I don't really remember it. I think it's, you know, whenever there's a series and I've only read the first book and I have no desire to read the rest of the books, I don't think there's a reason for me to keep the first book. This can go. So, final tally. Let's see. We got 1 to keep, 2 to keep, 3 to keep, 4 to keep, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. You know what? I'm gonna call this a win. I'm gonna call it a win. I'm gonna throw in the towel because I can't go through these again because I'm gonna want to keep every single one of them. But I think I'll unhauled about 20, which I think for me, baby steps, that's amazing. So thank you for watching this video. Let me know if there's some books here that you think I should keep that I'm unhauling, or books you think that I should give away that I'm keeping. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.